Hey guys, welcome to Revitalize TV. This is your host Harry Quatch, and today I'm going to bring you a product review. Again, another boxing gloves by Everlast. I seem to be on the Everlast trend at the moment. I don't know why, but I will get around to acquiring more gloves such as Cleto Ray's, Grant, Winning, and so on. If you have any feedback, or if you have a specific product review you want me to do, then please leave a comment below or message me. So these are the Pro Style training gloves. These are 12 ounces. So usually it works. If this was fight gloves, then I think 160 pounds under, where it's 8 ounces, and anything over 160 pounds in weight would wear 10 ounces or above, so on. Usually it's 10 ounces. So I think, just an overall overview of these gloves, I think they're pretty good. I'd give them maybe a 3 out of 5. So they're good, but they're not amazing and they're not bad. So they're in between. The reason why they're good is I like the way they have the mesh here, so it's breathable. So then your hands can get some air inside, and some sweat can evaporate, so the bacteria doesn't feed on it, and then you know how gloves are, after a while of using them, they'll get smelly, or they'll start to smell, however you like to say it. Another thing that I like about these gloves is the padding. I really like the padding on these gloves. They're sort of so to speak, these gloves, they have just enough padding, so they're just right for whatever you're doing. It's I think this is a molded foam, so molded cuff, so to speak. So that's the nice foam there. See how it's not too bulky, but there's just enough to protect your hands and just enough to deal damage on the punching bag or whatever you're using them for. I've personally used these for heavy bag training, normal bag training, focus pads, and sparring. What I tend to dislike about these gloves, though, is that when you're wearing hand wraps, so usually you'd buy hand wraps, whether you tie them around yourselves or you get the ones that you just slip onto your hand. These are rather small, so your hands will be too bulky when you're putting the hand wraps, and you have to get someone else to pull them on for you. Other than that, it's okay. If you have the Mexican ones, which I tend to find are really thin, so I think they should be good. I haven't tried the Mexican wraps on these gloves yet. The wraps I use are the Lonsdale hand wraps. You can get them from Sports Direct. I got this from Sports Direct for around £15. So convert that as you see fit. For example, dollars and so on. Another thing I would like about these gloves is do you remember with the other Everlast gloves that I had before? They didn't really have a wrist protection. This has really nice wrist protection here, so you protect the front of your wrist, and then it also protects your back, because these two little straps here, these two outlets here, have sort of thin padding. I would prefer if it had a little bit thicker, but then again, it's £15 gloves, so what do you expect? Also, going on the theory that I said about it'll be too bulky with the hand wraps. But other than that, it's really good. The thumbs, they're okay. I mean, so for example, usually you deliver your knuckles on kill like this, right? So you punch around here, because that's where your two solid knuckles are. Sometimes if you're twisting, this can get in the way. So this would in fact, off camera there, this would in fact land first, and luckily they've come up with a thing to keep your thumb in place with this little thing here, ties both of them together. The Velcro, it's a Velcro style attachment. Usually, sometimes with the more expensive glove, you get the lace ones where you just tie it up. These are sort of Velcro style, and this is very stretchy, as you can see, and it just wraps around there nicely. So I remember on the packaging it said something about antimicrobial, so it will kill all the bacteria and all that stuff. So it keeps the gloves smelling fresh, as they said, ever fresh, right there. Kind of, they're solid. I think the stitching's nice. I just want to see if it stand the test of time. So maybe I'll do an update of this, maybe roughly a year's time or something like that, when I've actually used these gloves over and over again, and then I'll do an update and see if they stand the test of time, how they're doing then, and stitching and so on. So that's the product review for you of the Everlast Pro Style training gloves. 12 ounces, £15 on Sports Direct. Really good. I'd rate out 3 out of 5. So that's it from now. Stay tuned for next time, and remember, guys, stay vitalized.